Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining my live show this evening. Now, on this channel, we talk about anything that has to do with family, marriages, parenting, lifestyle, religion. As long as it's trending, we will talk about it. Now, another thing that we try to do on Saturday is if there's any member of our group or anyone that sends any message to us and the person wants to talk about anything, we use our Saturday platform to discuss it. So if you don't know much about us, oh my goodness, my phone is ringing. Oh dear. I don't know why my phone is ringing now. Sorry, guys. Someone is trying to call me. I'm going to put. Hi, Tolu. I'm doing a live show. I'll call you back later. Okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah, my girlfriend that just called me. All right. So let's get into this. So let me give you a little bit about background about what we do here. What is our platform all about? Okay. So I'm trying to get something out. So we have a YouTube channel. Please, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube, please help us subscribe. We have a news website. Now, on our news website, what we do is we write about anything, any news that's out there that people want to talk about. We actually go and look for it, both local and international. We talk about it. Okay. So basically, that's what we do. If you're not reading news on our website, we don't know, what you're doing, because we are always having you covered. All right, so we also have a group where we discuss things, and what we're going to address today is from one of our group member. We have an Instagram page. As at today, our Instagram is like 6,000, so we're getting there. And then we are going to be talking about this story. So I'm going to start how it happened. So I got a message from a group member, and she wanted me to call her. Now I'm going to say this: I don't call people, just because I'm very careful of calls. I don't like calling people, especially if they are unknown numbers, Nigerian numbers. I avoid calling people because of what we hear that's happening in Nigeria, all these things. So when I got the call from the person, the text from the person, and she was asking me that she wanted me to advise her on something. Now, if you're out there, the way we do it is you send us what the issue is. We throw it out to our group member. They give advice. And then when I come on live on Saturday, I now talk about it and I give my own advice. Now, before I start this show, I'm going to say that I am not one person. I don't know everything. I can only give advice based on my 10 years of marriage and relationship, and also based on my common sense. If there's anybody out there who is watching this show and you have something else to add, please, if you're watching this show after the show or during the show, please help this person. All right, so let's start with this, yeah? So this is what she wrote. I met my husband 2018 when I left Zaria to Abuja. When I met him, he said he wants to marry me. He asked me to leave the place I'm staying to his house. So I started staying with him September 2018. So the same year that they met, she moved into his house, okay? So I'm going to be writing notes, moved into his house the same year. Now, I traveled back to my state, that's Cross River, then February 2019. He came and collected my marriage list. So they met around, let's say, they started living September to November, 2 months. And then let's say like 6 months of courtship, which is okay. Yeah, 6 months of courtship is okay. And April 2019, he married me. So it's a good courtship. from September to April is a good courtship for them before they marry. Now, I graduated from Cross River State College of Education, but I've not gone back to state after my waiting to get the results. Now, she hasn't gone back to get the result from her school, and it's a college of education. So, college of education. Wow. All right. I know some of you wonder, why haven't she gone back? Just wait, yeah, to get her results. So I'm going to get result. I'm writing down things because I haven't really read that deep. Result. All right. So, but have not gone back to state after my wedding to get the result. When we came back to Abuja, he started saying he can't allow me to work. So this man, after the wedding, he started saying that she shouldn't work. If I see any job, he restricts me not to do the job. When you say he restricts me, so he forces you, he makes you not to go out, not to go and get the job. I get that, okay? He will not. He will even swear that if he allows me work in the place, that God should take his life. So this man is actually emotionally abusing this woman, okay? And he's also physically abusing her, right? There's a form of abuse. It's a control abuse. He's intimidating her and he's kind of like controlling her. So there's a form of abuse in this relationship. All right, so I don't mingle. So he's depriving her of relationship. Wow. So I'm just trying to write down everything that is happening here. So so if I went to work, he will not allow me. He will start accusing me of cheating, following men, using my past to insult me. So he's actually emotionally abusing her, using her past to insult her. My parents will even be the one to send money, for the money to. So he's actually financially abusing her. Wow. There's a lot of abuse going on. If he is broke, we sleep hungry. Sometimes my friend sent me money to buy food for my child. I complained to his family, but no. So the family doesn't do anything. No go response. Sometimes if I should go to church and come back late, he beat me up unnecessarily. There's a physical abuse. This guy is physically also abusing this woman. So financially, emotionally, physical, verbally, physical abuse going on. Saying he will help me from abuse me and my family, saying you help me wear mosquito wear bites. So he picked her up from he's kind of like emotionally abusing her, picked her up from that. That's their normal, most abusive men. That's what they will say, especially if they are rich. They'll tell you how they picked you up from the dots, how you're nobody. So yeah, this is the pattern. And put me in his house, and I have mouth to talk about my education. He doesn't even have plans for me to further my education because of jealousy. Yeah, I agree with you. This man is a very possessive. He is actually someone who has an inferiority complex. That guy would not allow you to go back to school. Let's get that clear, okay? I have one. Okay, so she have one child in his house, and if I want to go, I should go. That he's just managing me. My parents will spend money. He will spend the money he'll spend from the money to the money will finish, and you will not. So he takes the woman's money when the parents sends money to her. Wow. He will call me bad luck. He doesn't even know why he married me. So he's calling her bad luck. Wow. This is something else, that I'm useless, that I'm sent to destroy him. You know, this spiritual destroy. Yeah. Spiritual destroy. Wow. This man is passing through a lot. In bed, but when she's in bed, he would plead that he doesn't mean how can you abuse somebody emotionally, physically abuse the person, financially abuse the person, make the person feel as if they're a nobody, call the person's family name, call the person's name, and then you say you don't mean it. I don't get what you mean by you don't mean it, or what he means by he doesn't mean it. Okay, I'm borrowing food and money to feed the mom, but doesn't want me to work. All right. Now he's insulting me that I should go work if I see any work, but not the work that will not give him rest of mind. I'm confused on what. So he's now saying that you should go and look for work. So he's not allowing her to go and look for work now. So he wants you to go and look for work now. I'm confused on what to do. My parents are disappointed in me. I married a man that's ever since I get married, their minds not at rest. Like today, my baby of one and 4 months drank custard around past 11 o'clock because there was no money with him. And it was a friend that sent 1K to his account. He bought one custard and one golden more, then gave 200 to look for what to eat. He used the rest to change to transport to his office. Please advise me. All right. So, if I say anything about going back to school, he just start abusing me. Tell me which school that I should collect my neck. And so this, I'm going to just round it up. And the last thing she wrote was, when he wanted me to marry, he pleaded with my parent that he can only do the traditional rites for the elders and pay my drive, but the expense spent on my head, my education, and he will pay them later. I don't know what that means. I don't know. My husband didn't pay any expense paid on I don't know your culture and your tradition. I don't think most culture pays expense paid on education. I mean, or if you are still educating, or if you are still in education, when you go to your husband's house, he continues, okay? But for him to pay the expense paid on your education, I don't know which tradition that is, okay? So this, in a nutshell, was what she wrote. All right, I'm so sorry I haven't called you yet because I wasn't sure. To be frank with you, if I don't know any number, I know the call. Most times in Nigeria, I rather you send me a WhatsApp mail, and if there's something I can talk about it or anything I want to say about it, I will help you or say it. But I hardly do phone calls, but I'll try and get one of my admin to call you, verify who you are, because they are in Nigeria, then before I can actually call you. Now, this topic is very, very deep. And let me tell you something. When I actually read it, I actually wept because she's passing through a lot in marriage. Nobody wants to go into marriage and pass through this, okay? She met the guy, because I've seen a lot of people, because there are people on our website when I posted this on the group, some of the advice that they got was, young man, move back to your parents' room. That is Antichrist husband. Someone wrote that. I mean, I don't think the best solution every time is to run. Do you understand? I don't think the best solution at times is to go back to your husband. I know sometimes we that are educated, we always say we're going to go back. But the best thing is not, you can threaten, I'm going to go back. You can say it, I'm going to go back. But the best thing is not to go back. Okay? Let's even say she goes back. How is she going to take care of her 2 children? There's a child out and a child in. She still needs to be financially okay for her to go back, because going back to her parents without her having something to do is a burden on her parents. No parents no African parents, unless maybe this new generation parents that want to, take her back and do it. But if it's our olden parents, you don't even have the money to take care of their own children. Now you come back, is to get more abuse. All right. So another person, I'm going to read what people get advice they gave her before I start mine. Okay, so another advice someone gave was, people are saying that you don't have a formal background check, you still want her to marry him, and then literally you are desperate for marriage. From what she said, I couldn't see any desperation for marriage on her part. It was a courtship of up to 6 months. Now, she was a single mom, because she has a child outside. Of course, she wants to get married. Someone is interested in her. She will, of course, I didn't see any desperation. She was actually ready for marriage. She was finished her college of education. She was ready for marriage. I mean, if you finish university or you finish high institution like Oko or Polytechnic, of course, you're ready for marriage. She met someone. She thought the guy was the right guy, or the guy was emotionally sound. And then she got into marriage. It was up to 6 months. So she wasn't really desperate, okay? Let me tell you something. There's no way you will check a man. A man that wants to be fake will be fake. You can check this man, monitor this man, even use barbed wire to monitor him, even put police to monitor him. If this guy is not real, he's not real. So I don't know what else she could have done apart from court him for 6 months, which she did. Okay, so I don't think she was desperate. Now, someone said, yeah, that is marriage for you. We're all going through a lot in our marriage, but I would advise you to about whatever he's telling you for now, and look for any kind of job so you can feed your family and also look after yourself. You see, I'm going to read this story last, this advice last, sorry, because I was going to get to this one. Let me read the next person, what the person said. For the look of things, that man is abusing you emotionally, which is very wrong. He's not trying as the head of the family. Yes, he's taking care of you and the baby. So he's not taking care of you and the baby. That is one thing I noticed in everything she has said. This man is not taking care of her and the baby. There is a child involved. I don't know how Nigerian welfare is. Once there is a child involved, if you are saying you are ready to marry, you should be able to have gotten enough to take care of your family. But from what is going on, this man is not taking care of his family. Now, he won't allow you to work or do your business so as to be able to get small money to help out, since he's not still. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why a man who doesn't provide for his home, whose work is not stable, is not willing for the wife to do something to help. She wants to, she's educated enough to do something. She has a college of education qualification. So she could be a teacher, a nursery teacher. She could be anything. What kind of inferiority complex is making this man? What kind of jealousy is making her not allow her his wife to work? I'm trying to get it. I don't blame your family for being disappointed. They wouldn't be if you're still with them. They're just feeling hurt. They expect that even if you're not giving them, I don't want to talk about family. That marriage, she's married. That whether they are disappointed or not, the marriage is there already. My advice is, your marriage is still tender, and this name calling and emotional sale will not be what I would advise you to pass through for the rest of your life. My mother does not want to provide for you. Still call you bad luck. Throw your past on your face. I will not want you to work without even forming him. So what this person is saying is for her to leave. Okay. Like I said, there might be justification for her to leave because he's abusive, he's beating her, he's emotionally abusing her, he's financially abusing her, he's also psychologically abusing her. So there's a lot of factors there for you to say there's enough abuse going on in this marriage that if it's in the UK, you have a ground for you to request for help and for them to take you out from that marriage and get you a place and take care of you and your children. But we're not in the UK, we are in Nigeria. Nigerian situation is a little bit dicey. So let me go back to that advice that I said I wanted to, end people's advice with before I go to what people are writing now, because I can see a lot of people writing something. I will go back to what you guys are saying before I do a roundup. This is marriage for you. We are going through a lot in our marriages, but I will advise to kupunte about whatever he's telling you for now, and look for any kind of job so you can feed your baby and also look after yourself. Even if he's accusing you of following men, don't mind him and keep focus as if you are not listening to him, and free yourself and baby from hunger. My advice though, this is an advice that, to frank you, I've found very, very all I say now, all round, yeah. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you, people are passing through a lot in their marriage. You see, let's call a spade a spade. People will come and paint their marriage as in my marriage we don't fight, in my marriage we don't. My dear, leave it. People, their own issue might even be worse than your own. It's you that open your mouth and tell them that they will know. Do you understand? People are passing through a lot. Now, when it comes to abuse, a man beating you up, that for me, that is a no-no. Do you understand? A man touching you, beating you up, that is a no-no. But emotional abuse is also a no-no, because you cannot be with a man and he wants to be touching you and he feels he can emotionally abuse you. What gives him the right to feel that you are emotionally sound to open your body for him to abuse or to touch, when he has abused your mother, abused your family, abused you, called you names? Do you know how women feel when you call them names? You might think, I rather have a man shut up, not talk when a woman is talking, because women, they can talk. But as a man, keep your mouth, because that is your wife. It doesn't matter. If you feel you can talk, talk. But the point is that whether you like it or not, you are taken away from the deposit of love. That marriage will not be the same. Woman can say anything. But the point is the man shouldn't. because you are supposed to be the one in charge of that family. So she's already passing through a lot, and it's not just her. A lot of women are passing through a lot. But there was one thing this advisor said: you need to find something doing. You see, all these things boils down to one thing. Yeah, this man is controlling you. He has mastered the art of control. But now, like you said, he now said that you can do something if you want to. Capitalize on this. He's agreeing for you to do something. Listen, look, if you need us to look for some, what did you say you studied? I don't know. I've gotten the state you said you studied. What? Which state? You need to reach out to that particular institution, Zaria. Zaria, there must be someone you know who lives in Zaria that you can reach out, that person can get your transcripts. You don't need to physically go to Zaria for you to get your results or for you to get your transcripts. Pay. There are people online, Google, there are people that help people get transcript from schools. You just pay a little bit of money. I know you're financially down, but if you ever have money, pay people that can help you. Look for someone that lives in Zaria that can help you. I noticed, I've gone through your social media websites. I noticed that you're on social media. Please reach out to people. Go on Lindy KG. Go on popular. Go on who else again? Instablog. Just be writing. Anybody living in Zaria, please, I need my transcripts. Please, I need it urgently. Somebody living in Zaria will help. So don't just say it's impossible. You don't need to travel to get your transcript. I when I was looking for my second work in the UK, I didn't need to come back to Nigeria. I had to pay someone who went to my school to go and get the transcript. So you need to be avoiding problems. So that husband looks as if he's a troublesome person. Let me even look at what people are saying, Sha. Okay, that's what I'm having a second thing about marriage. You don't have, see, a marriage have issue. Let me even drink my wine before I start this one. Precious. See, you know me, I'll tell you the truth. If you think when you marry it's gonna be rosy, it is not rosy. There is issue. It's like I've said it how many times. It's like a package. When you open it up, you have your own to deal with. Do you understand? That man that is loving when you guys were cutting, even him at that time, his father and mother and brothers, and they can start being against you. So when you go into marriage, prepare yourself. And that is why we keep saying, have something doing. Have something doing. NK, somebody said, NK said she needs to leave now, it will get worse. She needs to leave now. I'm not going to say leave now, because to be frank with you, what I see, the main problem in this marriage is finance. What I see is a man who is so jealous, who has an inferiority complex, whose wife is more educated than him. When I say that people that are educated should not marry uneducated, people will come after me. The point is, when you are educated and you marry an uneducated man, they bring you down. It has always been proven. Let me tell you. And look, I don't care how enlightened your husband is, how he travels or not travel. You see, when you go to university or you went to a polytechnic and you go and marry somebody who is a dropout or somebody who hasn't, that person will bring you down. Even some of the people that are even educated, some of them, they don't have that kind of IQ. Nigerian men, some of them are actually suffering from, they don't want a woman to be empowered or to be rich. So they bring you down. So what we can see from this particular story is that, first of all, the man you married is suffering from ego. He is an alpha male who feels that he can control a woman at his will. Okay, so he has refused you going back to school to get your results. Look for an alternative. Please, if there's anyone watching this video and you live in Zara, I mean, check up. I know you live very close to in the north. I'm not sure. If there's anybody that can help, her school is there, there's anybody that knows anybody that is in that school, can they reach out? Let's see how we can get the transcript for her or her results, please. If there's anybody who can get the result for her, that will help her. Now, your husband have now said you should start doing something. So I'm going to advise you, do your CV. And since you have a College of Education qualification, there are a lot of schools. Look for private school, those ones that can pay. Don't go and start working in a place that does not pay you. The guy will also beat you up and say that you are not working. Or you can even start private tutoring from your home. From your home. You can do flyers and start teaching children from your home after school classes. Or there is something that people are not doing. There are some women that are working. They need a place to keep their children, nannies. If you have very professional nanny, you are looking after children. As long as you are not a bad person, no, they will come, drop their children, go for their work and drop it. So open your mind. You have the education qualification. You are educated. Or to start buying and selling. I don't know the kind of business he's willing for, because like you said, any business that have boys, the man doesn't, he's afraid of competition. He's afraid of other men. Now, I'm going to say something. I know that, you see, when you marry, if you're not established in your ways, if you're not established in your career, if you don't know what you want in life before you marry, I'm sorry to say this, the man determines what happens to your life. I'm going to say it again. It takes the grace of God for a man, for you to marry in Nigeria, for you to marry, yeah, and for the man to allow you to be yourself. It's only the grace of God. Most of them, once you marry as a woman, they try to stifle your ambition. They try to stifle your drive. Even when you are ambitious, they will say you want to be more than them. They will want to bring you down. So that is why I'm always an advocate of someone going to school first before thinking about marriage. Someone having an established career before that's me. I'm not someone that will tell someone, you just finished school, marry. And then you think when you get into your husband's house, the man will start, opening shop for you. Or, madam, most times, some of these men will tell you to stay at home and be housewife, but they will still not give you upkeep. So what happens is that you pass through this kind of, I know of a lot of women that have passed through this kind of abuse in their marriage. Abuse. Because when you want pad, you ask him. When you want to do your hair, you ask him. When you want to drink water, you ask him. Of course, he's the Lord and Master. He's the one over your head. You cannot do anything. Then he will determine when you will go out, who you will talk to, how many times your family can come, how many times you can leave. Even when your phone rings, he determines, because he's the one that pays for the data now. So all I say is, I'm just putting people's comments so that because she needs to be seeing what people are saying. Yeah, and educate. Yeah. You are just saying the truth. Okay, I'm just putting comments, people's comments, so that she can actually read it and see. Hi, Waneri, you say you are coming late. You need to watch this from the beginning, because it's people like you who are not married that we're talking about. You guys need to finish school, get something doing, establish something before you now say, I want to marry. Because what happened to this woman was that she just finished, as she's finished, the man come pick her, come marry, and come put her for house. The woman now, for her to even feed her child is wahala. She cannot. All right. So I'm going to still call her, because as it is now, I wish I have money. I wish I have a fund or something that I can help people like this. I wish I'm a multi-millionaire, that people like this I can help. God knows my heart, but I don't have. I can only give her advice. What I'm going to advise her is, she can, as long as she's in her husband's home, this matter should be handled very carefully. People will say, leave. My dear, most times, some of these people saying leave. They've not walked through they've not been through your steps. You need to walk through somebody's footstep for you to understand the person and what is going on. Okay. Now, if this man touches you again, the first thing I'm going to say is go to these people. I love them. This Access for Justice, the advocates. Please write their name. These people, their work in Nigeria now is to fight for any woman that is being abused by their husband. They will fight for you. They will help you fight. I'm not saying leave. Oh, if he beats you, take him there. They will reset his brain, okay, so that he will stop beating you. Because if you can take away that beating and take away the emotional abuse, yeah, the guy still wants you because he still comes to you and say he doesn't know what he was saying. So maybe when that demon, maybe there's this demon that gets into his head, or one mommy water or whatever, one devil that gets into his head and he becomes something else and he does what he does. I once had that relationship with one actor. The guy will be, he will do rubbish. Then later he will now come and say, sorry, baby, I love you so much. I didn't know when you were, but you know. But when you're in an abusive relationship, you tend to believe them because they will come back, they will come with presents, they will tell you how much they love you, they will cook. So you go fall again. That's the point. But we need to understand that at this time and age, there are people like this Access for Justice people. There are lots of humanitarian people, advocacies. There are a lot of activists out there who are willing to help us reset that husband head. Why will you touch a woman? You can do anything to me, but you see, touching me is a no. You cannot. You are not allowed to. You are not my creator. You cannot touch me. If you touch me, we will fight. That's the only reason I can call police for anybody touching me. I will do it. Don't touch me. Because we watched our parents being touched. We watched our moms and dads fighting. So I don't want that in my life. So if he ever touch you again, take the step, get him. Don't go to Nigerian police, because Nigerian police doesn't know how to handle this kind of a thing. Go to activists, go to advocates. They will reset his brain. He will even sign at something. And you are based in Abuja. These people have office in Abuja. They have it abroad. They have in Lagos. So try to get them. So that addresses his abuse. Now for his emotional abuse, the one of telling you that you are nobody, he picked you up. My dear, see this mouth. Know how to talk. You have to be strong. Hey. Let me tell you, if he tells you that he picked you up, you tell him even Jesus picked up other people. If he gives you, you give him back. Since he doesn't want to know he doesn't have sense. I know you think you're afraid he might start beating you. First of all, after you don't take him to these advocates and he don't sign affidavit saying no go touch you, then let him insult you again. Why will a man make you feel as if you're nobody, insult you because of your past? Doesn't he have a past? Yeah, you had a child out of wedlock, so people make mistakes. Do you understand? So I don't know what that is. Let him abuse you now. Does he remove anything from you? No. But before everything, you must start doing something. He's able to do all these things because you will still go back and ask him for money for pad. Menses, give me money. And that is the cocoa of this insult. If you are not asking him again, that man will respect himself a little bit. I'm telling you, you are over dependent on him. So please stop all this. You see, I don't know how rich your family is, my dear, because the most important thing for you is for you to have something doing. You need to have something doing. That's the most important thing. You need to get your transcripts or your results, and then you need to have something doing. Even if it's groundnut you're selling, even if it's pop-off you are making, anything. The Bible tells us that whatever thing that we lay our hands, God prospers it. So start something doing. And also, I went through your social media. Please, there's some of the social media video that you are doing. It is on social media, you have to be very professional as a married person. There are things you don't need to. post your video, but make it professional. You know, make it I don't know how to put it, so that he will not have another excuse or something else to hold against you. Okay, because before I do video, I researched the person. So I went to your profile and I saw some of the video you are making. People were commenting. If it's not necessary to post, don't post. Don't come on social media and be making, you know, to show my, you know, it's not, because this man is already, he has nuts. So don't be giving him reasons to lay his hands on you. Do you understand? Me, I will tell you, I was talking to someone, person, you should stop. Me, I don't know how to stop talking. If you talk one, I'll talk two. If you talk two, I'll talk three. That's me. So, but if you can stop talking, no, stop talking when he's talking, because that's what provokes them sometimes. So when he's calling you name and calling your family name, in your mind, just be saying, God, visit me. God, visit me. But just be looking at him. If you can, no, I will not advise what I don't do. Me, if you tell me one, I tell you 20. If you tell me two, I already don't tell you 100. Because me, I don't, if you call me name, I'll call you 1 million name. But if you can, if you have the discipline to stop talking when he's talking, we could try. Because this matter don't enter gear 7, no, it's no more gear 1. Do you understand? So basically, this is my advice, and I'm giving this advice to everybody out there. If you think that after everything he's still beating you, he's not giving you that chance to walk, he's still intimidating you, he's still making your life miserable, madam, the final situation is to get out if you feel you can. Let me tell you something. You know, people feel like when you leave a marriage that's the end. It isn't. It's not. It's not. Person where die, where they 6 feet, the person they marriage. If you are 6 feet under, will you be in marriage? You not go there marriage now. So your life first, preservation first. So if this man is emotionally, all the emotional abuse, this man is doing it, all the abuses, he's doing it, and you are not happy in a marriage. If you feel that on your own, you can take care of your child and you can get a good job and you can be comfortable, I don't want you to do it and go back to your family house. That's where the one I know they like. For me personally, once you're married, you've moved on. But if you feel that, you know what, you have to weigh your option. Ask yourself a question. Am I better off out of this marriage? Am I better off not being with this man? Will my life pay better? And you have to also think about the possibility of the culture and the country that you are in. In this part of the world, I would say you might still marry. In Nigeria, with a child outside and a child inside, the possibility of marriage might be 10%. Okay, so, but if you make up your mind and say, to hell with marriage, I just want to be happy, I want to give myself peace of mind, I want to train my children, and I can do it outside, madam, that is another alternative. But remember, I said other alternative before this one. This is the last alternative. So this is my advice to you, and I hope with everything other people have said, and more people will say, because please, guys, I'm hoping if you are in our group and you watch this video, that you can drop your advice for this person. You guys know her. She's part of us. Please drop your view, drop your opinion about this, because it's not one person answering her. All right, somebody just said something. Insulting women about the past is not good, even presence one. Everybody needs advice, so invite your woman private, try to explain something. And yeah, but he is the man that is insulting the woman, and the man is abusive, the man is beating her up, the man is calling her names, the man doesn't want her to get her uni certificates to work, and he's still not giving her money. So these kids get as Ibisha. So I know people are saying leave the marriage, but I'm saying you need to work around it, Sha. The beating, she needs to make sure that it stops. Do you understand? By taking him to advocates or taking him to activists for him to write something that he will not touch her again. And if he does, let them arrest him. She needs to do something drastic. For me personally, if you have elder brothers or younger brothers, let them come and beat the man up. Let him see how beating is. Just plan and make them come house, come beat them. That's me. Oh, that is it. I know people say it's jungle justice, but sometimes some people need their head corrected. so that they will see how beating a woman, how it is. You beat someone who is not as strong as you, and you think say you get power. Go outside, go and meet a madman and beat. Okay, all right, this is mine. Ebube, do you have anything to say? I can see you are coming in now. What do you, Igbo man, please, do you have any advice? What do you think this woman should do? Any other person that have any advice, please drop it before I call her. I'll try and call her by Monday or tomorrow, because she wants to talk to me. And if there's any updates, I will post it for everybody. All right, guys, thank you so much. And please send in those questions, send in those things that you want us to answer, and we'll try to do a live show and we'll let people to talk about it and give you advice. But first of all, if you live in Zara and you know that polytechnic, please reach out to us. We want you to help us get our results. Okay, please. And if you're in that polytechnic, please reach out to me or to her or to any of our admin. We want to know how we can help her get her results, because I know she doesn't need to go to that school to get the result. Someone can help. And if you are touched by the Holy Spirit to help her financially, please reach out to me. Then I'll reach out to her and I'll give you her account number. Because at the end of the day, why we do all these things is to help people. All right. Me, I never start to get money. When I start getting money, I'll start being able to have my NGO work with these people that needs help. That is actually where I'm heading to. All right, guys. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye-bye.